boxes hold pieces of Star Citizen history that have found their way to me over the years. We are going to go with the mystery item. Oh boy, this is big. Hold on. Limited edition of 5,000. 5,000, not 2,500. How do we know if this thing is real? And the model doesn't really have any maker marks or anything like that. I don't know. Together, we're going to find out. Welcome to Dusty Stars Collecting Dust. So, this is Collecting Dust. This is a stream where we are going to take a look at some Star Citizen collectibles and memorabilia from a while ago, and we're going to decide together which items we want to research. The first item is a Big Benny's. It's like a clothing patch. This is a Corsair pin. That looks like a Chairman's Club logo, doesn't it? This is a Citizen Con, says 2949 Citizen Con. And the last item is our mystery item. So these are the items that you guys can vote for. So choose carefully. Whichever one you pick will take us back to the time it came from. We'll look at what was happening in Star Citizen, what people were talking about, and why this item existed in the first place. All right, here we go. We are going to go with the mystery item, guys. So that is the end of the vote. Okay. This is a weird one, guys. Do you see this box? It has a Star Citizen logo on it. Oh boy, this is big. Hold on, guys. All right, item number 5 looks like a ship from the game. This looks like a constellation of some sort. Let's see here. Not sure if I can get it out safely. Let's see. Oh, there's a little package in here too. So it looks like we got a little stand and we've got a ship here. I'm going to bring it up closer for you guys to see this because it's kind of a interesting little ship. It looks like things are moving on this thing. See this? These things are very loose. I don't know if they move on purpose. Oh, this is the Mark III, right? In the game today is the Mark IV, correct? So I've never seen this constellation in the game, have I? Because I've only seen the Mark IV. It's got some guns on it. So guys, this is the mystery object. So hopefully you all see enough of it to understand what the mystery object is. Let me see if I can put the stand on. This is what it says on this little thing. UEE authorized pilot. Constellation Mark III delivering the stars. 2942 Mark III Gold Edition, limited edition of 5,000. So that's what this actually is. So, Robert Space Industries contact information, Starside Assistance, sends you to their website. Your Constellation dealer, Robert Space Industries Astro Development Team, Madison Avenue, New York, Earth, E1C3. Okay, so that's what we know about this object right now. So we need to figure out, first of all, in the chat, could somebody tell me what year 2942 is in current day and age? Does anybody know? We're going to have to research this now. I'm going to move this over here. All right, so this is our first episode. So this is going to be case number 1. Today is 7/23/26. All right, so this is the name is the RSI Constellation Mk3 model. So 2013 record says. Anybody else have any idea of what year 2942 is in Earth years now? Let's see. Because what I want to do is I want to see if we can find out any more information about this item. So this is a model. It's made out of plastic and metal. Right. Google says it's the date of the events of Squadron 42. So 2942 in Earth years. Record says is 2013. If you guys want to be part of the investigation, head over to our Discord. And in our Discord, we have a Collecting Dust channel where folks are helping investigate the items that we're looking at here. So, okay, so this is the website. So this is November 15th, 2012. What in the world? Oh, this looks like before white box or gray box, doesn't it, guys? So is this the model or just the ship in the game? This was during the concept. Ryan Church is the artist. Yeah, so this looks like it's related to the ship coming into the game for the first time. Okay, so 2942 is roughly September of 2018. This is a forum called StarCitizenBase.com. This looks like the model, doesn't it? So when did CIG put this out? Is there any links? Oh, wait, here's a link here. Pledge Model 10. Oh, 404. Darn. Okay, so if the Mark IV was already out by then, do we know what year this is from? I'm trying to figure out the year that this model was released so that we can go back and look at, this is the model here. It doesn't say when it was released, though. It just says 2942 on this card. There's no other date on here. Know what year that was. If it's 2013, then let's go back to Star Citizen in 2013 in September, and let's see what was happening with Star Citizen in 2013. This was offered to backers in 2014. What is the website that shows that? Do you remember 2942 is what year in Star Citizen? Because that's when this says it was released. I was hoping we'd see something about it to understand what was happening in Star Citizen at the time that this came out. Let's see if he says when it was. This says it was a limited in 2014. Okay, there was only 5,000 sturdy model. Okay, so this is definitely the model. Oh, Arizona said 930-year difference. It's 2956 now. So that was 2012. This says it was a limited offer to backers in 2014. So let's look at 2014. So in 2014, August, let's see what we can find out. So we're going to say that this came out in August of 2014. And this was sold on website as expected. Oh, look, the Constellation lineup is now available. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. Now we're looking at when the Constellation came out. Let's go here and look for Star Citizen Mark III release. Okay, so let's see. Constellation Mark III. Did the Mark III ever appear in the game, or is this the model? Here we go. This is the Mark III versus the Mark IV. All versions were in game through, though some were only accessible via the Hangar module. What is that on the back? I wasn't playing the game when this one came out. So this Mark III came out in 2014. I didn't know the Mark III and the Mark IV were in the game together. Okay, so this came out 10 years ago, this video. I'd like to see what was happening in the Star Citizen channel back then. So let's go to videos and see if we can go to, I'm guessing they were putting out content. What was happening in 2014 in the Star Citizen universe? We'd have to go back like freaking 12 years, right? PA Hawker, I think I had it since I originally pledged for a Rear Admiral pledge. So the 300 series came out. There's the Aurora. Let's see if we can find the Constellation being released. The next great ship. For some reason, I thought the Constellation was one of the earliest ships in the game, but I might not understand when this actually came out in relation to these other ships. See, we have, is this the Orion? What in the world? We still don't have that one. Right. So I don't know if ships were actually flyable back then. Where is the Constellation? I'm sure they... Oh, here we go. Here we go. This might be it. Let's take a look.
Coming up on the Empire Report, details are emerging about the deadly crash at the Taker. Why can't the...
Report cards are in. The UEE's annual ranking of each system's schools have been made public. Is your children's school making the grade or failing? We'll let you know.
Where's the ship?
Finally, Theodore Rahman gives us an exclusive tour behind the scenes of Daydrifters. Meet the heart and soul of the Verse's new hit vid.
All that and more on the next Empire Report at 2200 SET.
Okay. Did any of you watch this show? Hey, High Class Lion Trash 94. Good to see you. Oh, this is August 2015.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 54 of Around the Verse. I'm Sandy Gardner.
And I'm Ben Lesnick.
It is green
Good to see you,
versus
sir.
blue today, and thanks to Valinor Aerospace for giving us all of these goodie bags. Little keyring that I can have. Fruit snackies.
Oh my gosh, fruit snacks.
Yay.
All right, where?
I can eat
Hold
none
on, we
of
gotta
this,
find
but
this.
that is awesome. You really keeping
Okay,
our
wait,
guys
I think
fed.
this is it right here.
Arena Commander, one.
All right, guys.
Rework. So, we're starting the Constellation
seen this
rework,
guy on
and
episodes.
basically
He's been
we had
around a long
to start
time,
from the
huh?
ground up with it, and that means we work in how we even assemble it, and so it's easier for us to do variations after. And so we started with that, and we're logically assembling the Constellation in a Lego-like format, so it's easier to tack on different parts and modules. We call them modules. And so I'm doing the
We had
interior
modularity
currently,
back then.
and Josh Coons is working on the exterior.
Gonna speed the process up. The more we do this, the faster we're able to do variants, the more ships everybody's gonna get.
Yeah, totally.
So they're trying to get
And,
modularity
the pipeline
in
just gets
2015,
optimized
so
the
they
more
can
we
get
do it,
more variants
and,
out faster.
More ships equals more stuff equals more fun, which is good.
Yeah, so we're using this Constellation also as an opportunity to use our new ship pipeline that we've come up with over beginning this year, that we've all streamlined together with the other studios that we have, UK and here LA. And so yeah, it's going pretty good. The Constellation is coming together pretty quickly.
It's looking really. It looks so good. I can't
Yeah,
wait to.
it's looking.
I like that
finally
caterpillar
show the
poster back
whole
there.
thing. It's super fun pushing the envelope on something that people are already familiar with, and then we've gotten good feedback from the feedback that we've gotten so far from the public on the Connie. The people that have.
And Chris really digs it. A lot of the rework right now, the interior I would say probably changed the most so far out of everything. The exterior that he's doing, he's making everything
So,
look
wait,
much
is this the
better
Mark
and more
IV?
detailed. And a lot of the little clusters,
This looks like the Mark IV.
like the little maneuvering thrusters and stuff like that didn't really have a whole lot
let's
of
see if this is-
detail
is this the
nicely
Mark III or
modeled
the
out
Mark
now.
IV?
there.
Yeah.
This is the
a
new
lot of this
Constellation
exterior
model.
stuff, the exterior style is still the same in how it was. The sort of have the Constellation sectioned off by a nose, a neck, a body, and a tail. And he does the same for the exterior. So
Okay, so I think we're way too late. This thing came out in 2014, not 2015. All right, well, let's finish this investigation. So, do we know the original cost of the model? Because the Taurus came out. This is the Constellation 11 years ago, but this is the new one. I don't see. Here's 12 years ago. This is the Mark III. It was $250. Okay, thank you, Wrecker. So there it is. That's this one. See, this one has those, see the round things on the wings? See these round things on the engines? Okay. So I think the purpose of this model was really just to raise awareness of the ship, right? I don't think they were making a ton of money off of a $250 model, but I don't know. Do you guys think this was a profit play or more about just creating more excitement for the ship? So what else was happening around this time in the game? So this is 12 years ago, our Wayback Machine. So this would be 2012-ish. I think we need to go back and look and see what else was happening in the game at that time. All right, I've got some more information here. Okay, so we're going to go to 2014, August. I haven't gotten the Rear Admiral model that I know of. Well, I'm going to take a look at something else here. Okay, I don't know what this is. Looks like a coupon. That's what we see here way back in September of 2012. I don't know when the Constellation came out. Here's a comm link from back then. Let's take a look at this web page here too while we're waiting for this one to load. Okay, so this is 2942. So this is what was happening in the game back then. What was the excitement in the game back then? Like, what were people excited for? Because I feel like we didn't even have much of a game back then, right? Looks like the Constellation lineup was being announced. We know that this was a model that's plastic. It came out in August 2014. They sold it on the RSI website to backers. It was originally $250. We believe the purpose of this model was really just to raise awareness and give backers something cool that they could hang on to. We used to get a free Constellation sitting on the pad that could be flown at any time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is a timeline of, whoa, this is a cool link. And it was the Mark III Constellation? I didn't know about this. Okay, so this is 2014. So we were looking at, didn't have a flyable version of this. The first version. Oh my gosh. Okay, when did the first version come out? Because I see the Aurora Mark I, the 300i, and the Anvil Hornet. Let's see. Then we get the M50. Wow, the M50 is old, huh? The 350R, 890 jump concept sale. It would fly, but poorly, and the elevator didn't always work. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, they started selling Javelins in November of 2014. Wow. This is all the Auroras coming out. When was the concept? Oh, here we go. Wait. October of 2012 at GDC. So the Constellation Mark III. This is the original. Hold on, they said there's a model, a ship model by Takiyasu. Is this the model that we're looking at here, guys? It says it was made by Takiyasu, and it was a run of 2,500, the 10-inch models of the Star Citizen RSI Constellation that was sold to all backers in 2014. It cost $125 shipped, along with shipping via DHL. Guys, look at this. This is DHL. Look. DHL. So is this the same model? Or did they release an earlier model or a later model? Because then there's the Golden Constellation. What the heck is this? Oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. It seems like we just got some new information here that this model was made by this company, Takiyasu. There's 2,500, but that doesn't make sense. Let me tell you why I don't know that this is right. Look at this. This says 5,000, not 2,500. So did they do a second release, or is this the original release? Do you guys know? A second release of 5,000 of these models after they sold the original batch? Because it seems like this is a company in the game. Oh, the company's an in-game lore. So who made this model? This was shipped from Cyber Center. Windows 386, it do be me. Okay, we found the model, guys. This is what we were looking for. This is the page, I think, that's going to help us. This looks exactly like the model that we're talking about. It's $125 record, not $250. I'm crossing that out. $125. I think we had it wrong on the price. The Constellation model is here. We'll be selling 2,500. Again, I'm confused because this card that I showed you guys says of 5,000. We'll be selling 2,500 10-inch Constellation models to all backers. The cost is $125 shipped, which includes a specially constructed shipping package. Unlike t-shirts which get shipped via China Post, this model will ship via DHL. The Constellation is a marvel of engineering and imagination. What a better way to show your love of adventure than with this 10-inch model of the RSI Constellation. I'm thinking this is what we're looking at. It says the model includes dual movable turrets and thrusters, perfectly replicated after the most iconic human ship. The Takiyasu Starship Company has worked with the RSI engineers to develop the most accurate and sturdy model. I want to know who this company is, because they talk about it like it's the company that's manufacturing the model in real life, but then it's also a company in the game? I don't understand, guys. You guys are saying this is an in-game company. It looks like they're the ones that helped them to build the model. to develop the most accurate and sturdy model. Roberts Space Industries is notorious for their commitment to quality. They have given it their seal of approval. The Constellation is a multifunctional ship. Yeah, we know all that. The model includes a certificate of authenticity. Constellation models will start shipping September 8th. Ooh, that's a good note to have here. So this came out shipping September 8th. Additional models may be made available in the future depending on demand. Maybe this is a second run. Future logistics require we produce all merchandise in advance, which means we can only offer a certain number of items at a time. This applies to everything from shirts to playing cards to models. Takiyasu Starships is a fictional manufacturer of high-detail die-cast model spaceships within the Star Citizen universe. The company holds the reproduction license. Okay. It is a in-game company. It's not the manufacturer in real life who made the model. I guess we don't know who that is. Read down to real-world presence. Oh, real-world presence. The brand is used for physical merchandise sold by Cloud Imperium Games, including the 10-inch Constellation Mk3 model, which includes movable turrets and thrusters. So now we know. This was made by Cloud Imperium, but I'm guessing they outsourced to some manufacturer. I don't know that they were building models in the studio. And knowing is half the battle. What don't we know about this item? Okay, so we're missing historical context. To me, I think we understand this was an early backer offering. I don't think people are upset about this, right? $125 for an action figure of a ship that doesn't even look like this anymore. When this came out, the Mark IV was already out because people are upset. They're selling a model of the old version of the ship. Couldn't have said it better. It's a cute idea, but $125 is serious money for some of us. Orion is just trying to deter us from getting them so he doesn't have to keep refreshing the page. That record, that is exactly right. That is the confusion because we're trying to see when this model came out for the Mark III, and it came out when the Mark IV was already in the game. So that's why people are not excited. As long as I can melt it for something else after I get bored of it, then I'll go buy one. That's awesome. So people wanted this for free back in the day. It looks like Wrecker's saying that CIG made them and distributed them. Looking at this information here. All right, well, that's good to know. So let's see, what else do we need to find out here? How do we know if this thing is real, authentic, or a reproduction? Did they ever knock these off? Have you guys, if any of you guys out there collect this kind of stuff and you have like old Star Citizen collectible items, do you guys know any way to verify if they're legitimate or reproductions? I think it's real just going off of the provenance of the packaging, because this box here, this looks like the real box, right? So it has the DHL on it. Let me see if there's a date on this. The shipping date was September 18th, 2014. And it says the content is a PVC plain model for ornament. So I'm thinking this is legit because of the date. Looks right. The box matches what they said as far as it was going to be shipped by DHL. Oh, there was a 3-inch model that was promised. I think the number was either a misprint or lore base. Maybe they did 5,000 of them and 2,500 were done. There's probably something on the model itself that would tell you if it's a legit like artist. Let me bring the model up for you and see if you see anything that tells us who made this, if it's legit or not. The stand doesn't really have anything on it that's legitimate, any writing on it on the stand, and the model doesn't really have any like maker marks or anything like that either. So I don't know if there's any other way to know if it's a reproduction or not. All we can go on is the box looks like it matches, and then the this card right here that has some information with the dates on it. Again, some of this information we're finding the record isn't matching up. This says out of 5,000, but everything that we saw says 2,500. but they may have ordered a bigger batch based on the number of orders. Can anyone find anything online where they might have produced a larger batch? I'm sure those 2,500 are going to fly right out of their store, which will add some nice cash flow to the stretch goal counter. I'm not buying one. I think it's too much money for a, let's be honest here, plastic toy. But I can imagine people wanting this. God knows, maybe if they ever make a freelancer one, I might change my mind. Gosh, I've already spent too much money. How many pledged for that amount? How would we see that? Star Citizen's marketing is not reflecting reality. That's hilarious. Great news. Kudos, CIG. A run of 2,500 seems about right for what I consider fan service. Oh, that's a good purpose of this. Fan service. I like that. All right. Let's see. Redacted. I want to see if they ever talk about releasing any more of them. I would love a Connie commercial. Yes. People were salty even back then reading these comments, huh guys? I'm going to move on from these comments because I'm not really finding any new information from them. Anybody else have anything in chat that could give us any other information? Is there anywhere else we could look for information? Obviously, Star Citizen produced videos related to the Constellation, but the Mark III really doesn't have a whole lot. This is where it came from, the factory. At least we know that lines up with what we said there. Let's see if this Constellation commercial. Okay, this might be the original. This is 11 years ago.
Interspace. Location unknown.
Everyone okay?
I'm fine, sir.
Did we get it?
I always thought the Andromeda was...
Jump point is charted, sir.
Good. Comms, we got any contact?
No, sir. Scope is clear.
Keep looking. Scarlet, take us on the tour.
With pleasure.
We've got a protoplanet, no atmosphere.
Unknown planet 2. There's an atmosphere.
Doctor.
It could sustain life.
I turned it down a little bit. When this ship was released for people, was this the biggest ship in the game? Because it seems like they had the Freelancer, but this seems like it was a bigger ship for sure. Those VTOLs are cool. Okay, so that was the commercial that we got there. Yeah, the marketing is real. So around the time that this model came out, so that video came out in August of 2014. So that is looking at 2014 August. So if you were playing Star Citizen at that time, you were anxiously awaiting patch 0.9. So we were almost to a 1.0 alpha. So you were getting racing modes, Vandal Swarm, friend codes. I don't know what friend codes are. The N50 being in Arena Commander, New Horizon Speedway level. I'm guessing this is all Arena Commander stuff. New hangars. Discount is now Selfland. Business is now AeroView. Deluxe is now Revel in York. And the addition of VFG Industrial Asteroid hangars. I guess we only had a hangar module back then. I wasn't playing back then, guys. So if any of you guys were playing back then, I'm genuinely interested to understand what it was like playing Star Citizen in 2014 when these things were happening. These are the things that were happening at that time. I'm trying to see if there was any major features that were coming. It doesn't look like a lot of new features were coming. The OG hangars were sold with the ships. You got the style of hangar that came with the package. So that's what was happening on this patch that came out here. And then there was a bunch of dot releases leading up to more concept sales. So yeah, I guess what I don't understand is back in these days, like when you guys were playing Star Citizen back in 2014, when a new patch was coming out, like now it's like there's always some sort of feature tied to a gameplay, tied to a new ship that they're going to sell. It doesn't seem like any of these patches are focused on new features coming into the game. Like in February, this is new features. Moving targets added to firing range. The Freelancer cockpit update. Firing range sound improvements. Blue activate buttons added to the Cutlass. Additional Cutlass functionality. So this is all really just like getting ships working, right? Those were features back then. Okay. 11.2 gave us a new reward, an observationist towel, subscriber flare interactive calendar. So those were the new features. So it's so weird to me. Like this doesn't make a ton of sense. But not having played the game back then, this is the kind of stuff that was happening in the days where this model was something that people were looking at. So if you were one of the people that bought one of these models back in the day, you were excited about new patches where the features were mainly looking at improving the ships that you were spawning in your hangar module. The patches were not necessarily like anything that's big or game changing as far as, because there was no real gameplay yet. It's definitely a different world. Is there anything else that you guys want to know about this artifact? Because I think what I'm going to do is review the case file we know so far. It's a model that CIG manufactured. We don't know who the actual company that made it is. It was released August 2014 and it shipped September 8th. They sold it through the RSI website for $125 as a fan service. So if there's nothing else that we need to know about this particular object, I think we're going to go ahead and close this case. And because we selected the mystery item, I don't need to reveal the mystery item. That's a good thing. We opened our first box and uncovered the story behind our first piece of Star Citizen history. This is just the beginning. This live stream is where we're going to uncover these stories. And the archive is where those discoveries are going to be preserved. So for each one of these items that we look at each week, I'm going to create this case file, and then we're going to post this over on the free Patreon page. We're going to set up a collection and an archive for each one of these investigations. And I will post over there the pictures, the links that we looked at today, the case file, and the object, so that in the future, as we research each and every item, we'll be building this kind of case file that we can all share. So that'll be public, and I will post a link for that in the video description for the VOD for this episode. If you have a Star Citizen collectible or a piece of memorabilia, something sitting in your own collection with a story behind it, I'd love to hear from you. You know, maybe we could include your story on the next case we open. If you want it, go ahead and join the Discord. I'd love to have you guys over there, and you guys can let me know if you have anything interesting. Every piece of Star Citizen history has a story, so together we're making sure those stories don't disappear. I think that's the important thing, is these stories are going to disappear, and I don't want them to, because I care about this stuff. So that's why I'm doing this. I'll see you next time for another episode of Dusty Stars Collecting Dust. And until next time, keep your stories safe.